Let's examine Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. They're all in the earth element, which means they share attributes. These signs on the ascendant show the native to be steady, productive, and pragmatic. But the most pragmatic of all is Taurus. Bulls are simple animals, so Taurus rising tends to focus on what's in front of it. When this ascendant looks around, they naturally move toward calming stimuli and then get the reputation of being relaxed and pleasant, even an unflappable person who takes life in stride. That stride can certainly be true, but partly it's because they don't seek or agree to risk very often. When confronted with a gamble, they err in favor of caution. Feeling settled and secure means a lot to them. So when Sag rising comes in with the exciting, spinning circus of existence, they say no. I have a Taurus rising friend who gauges circumstances as being right or wrong for her based on how settled she feels. This ascendant doesn't ask for much, really. They like their senses occupied. They're much more interested in the hot tub than the water slide. At the ski lodge, they're getting the facial, while Aries rising hits the slopes. When they enter a store, they're drawn to the testers and samplers, the oils and creams and perfumes, the velvety fabrics. They sniff over and over. They glance time and again at the stunning ring they just bought. Taurus rising likes looking at things, and it's because they have a fantastic aesthetic sense. I started working with a Taurus ascendant recently. When she went on vacation, I was interested to look at what she posted because it's becoming clear to me that people use their rising sign more on social media than in real life. Okay, so she's simple Taurus, and every single pic or post was about food and drink. Each was an aesthetically pleasing composition. She also gave reviews based on how comfortable her lodgings were and how good the customer service was or wasn't. Sensory experience is the thing around which her travels pivoted. Taurus is the most predictable sign, and they like to project that predictability into the environment. They come off as people who take their time and do things right. But they can be fast at one thing, and that's taking in one quick look and instantly picking out the highest quality or most expensive items. Even at a distance, they can tell the difference between the knockoff and the real Hermes bag. In fact, they have a fondness for possessions. They're made happy by having the objects they want. Now, going deeper into this ascendant, you also find a more abstract skill, and that is that they tend to be good at human resources, at recognizing who has what to offer and what job they'd be best for. It also likes offering the simplifying energy of Earth. It takes what's important and purposeful and strips as much of the miscellaneous stuff away. So Taurus rising is generally good at the administrative work too. The negative expression of this rising sign is just as uncomplicated as the rest of it. They passive-aggressively sit and do nothing. You need a crane to get them to shift a position or to be receptive to a new idea. And that's because it's less risky to do nothing than to have something change, at least according to the bull. Virgo looks out at the world and is drawn to problems in the environment. In this way, the second Earth ascendant of the zodiac distinguishes itself. By that, I mean all of the signs encounter trouble and have to deal with obstacles, but Virgo seems to be attracted to problems by their own volition. It's the intellectual Earth sign. So it sees life as a riddle. And you can observe this in how Virgo rising looks at learning. They think of it as a two-pronged experience. Curiosity keeps the brain healthy and exercised, and Virgo likes that idea. Likewise, you see in Virgo rising what you see in the Virgo sun. They think knowledge will prepare them for something they feel is coming, some task they'll have to meet later in life. So Virgo on the rise comes across as clean, crisp, intelligent, a person who likes having a storehouse of knowledge to lean on when the moment is right. When they come across to new people, they usually start with the things they know, and they find out what you know, and knowledge is exchanged. This ascendant approaches the world looking at systems, the system involved in getting seen at the doctor, the system to order at the deli, even the systems involved in thinking or pursuing a spiritual life. This ascendant is in the feminine grouping, so it likes the interior world. It cares about the process. It's the sign that sticks a thoughtful note in the suggestion box, partly in service to all humanity who might use the improved system later. You see, Virgo's drawn to service and being useful. If Virgo rising is given a choice between playing dice and feeding the homeless, they'll feed the homeless because they love having been productive in their day. This earth sign is different from the others. It has a certain sensitivity. I draw a parallel between the Virgin and the Princess and the Pea. The girl who can feel a pea underneath 20 mattresses. This sensitivity can come off as snooty or picky. Why can't they just buy the shirt made of 70% cotton? Why do they have to hold out for 80%? But it's because Virgo actually feels a big difference between the two. Earth is the body identified element. I've seen the Virgin turn bubbly and even gleeful when they get that perfect thing to fill that problem niche. Solving problems with a system that can be relied upon causes Virgo a lot of enthusiasm. They call such things perfect. Virgo has a good idea of its limitations. Because they're introspective, they keep tabs on their strengths and weaknesses so that they're able to make calls about what's within their power and what isn't. People will say to the Virgo rising, "You're so self-effacing. Why can't you just believe in yourself?" But they do. They believe wholeheartedly in their ability to be accurate about their skills. When this rising sign goes wrong, it's an unbendable know-it-all who thinks they have it figured out, and that everything they do isn't just perfect, it's immaculate. When Capricorn rising enters a new environment, it does so tentatively. It's an earth sign, so it believes most risks aren't worth taking. You get places by doing good, hard, honest work, little step by little step. When this sign is on the ascendant, the natives speak spontaneously about their goals. Cap rising is therefore drawn to hierarchies because they want to know exactly what their duties and powers are. They want to know who's under them and over them. This mixes with an aura of self-control in Cap rising, and they come off looking serious, clean-cut, and ready to fulfill obligations. There's no confusion about what they're being asked to do, no shades of gray. In fact, I have a friend with Cap rising who retired, and I was thinking we'd have some more time to work on the things we're working on, and that didn't happen because instantly she began creating a regimented life with virtually no free time and was uncomfortable with even having a few afternoons empty. I wanted to understand this, so I asked her how it felt when she had free time, and she said, "It makes me feel dead." So this is probably a deep drive in Capricorn. It's serious for them. I notice they don't like words such as fate, soulmate, destiny, luck. These are blobby forces swirling around, whereas Capricorn rising would rather have something they can control. They hate it when things spin away from them. Capricorn doesn't have a lot of innovative ways to handle wildcard situations. Being Earth, they've got to keep it simple. If stuff is time-tested, Cap thinks it's probably a good thing. When something's popular, Cap generally has positive feelings toward it. There must be something to tradition, or they wouldn't have lasted as long as they have. And they'll use simple wisdom from the Farmer's Almanac. A stitch in time saves 9. See, that's perfectly great advice to follow. They also like guideposts that are more for advancement, such as being a constant. You give a little face time here and there, a little attention that no one asked for, and then people notice. Then the next time they need to promote someone in a crisis, they pick the one that's shown that level of diligence. That's human nature. And it's also very Capricorn rising to notice human nature. You can do pretty good at picking out the Cap ascendant in the crowd, and it's because they're the tailored person who probably has a few premature gray hairs and who feels older than they are. But Capricorn also gives off an air of a wise person, a sage, a master, or someone who's on their way to getting there. They have really controlled energy. And this sign likes keeping 1 gallon of reserve in the tank so that when everyone else has pooped out, they've still got their kick in there. Negatively, Cap rising will lie and schmooze and play politics, or they're the one who's all surface and materialistic. They cover up shortcomings by leasing that luxury car they can't afford. I was married to that one. Since there's a lot of drive in Capricorn rising, it's important they climb with honesty and integrity. Thank you for watching Secrets from an Astrologer's Desk, Earth Rising. I'm Joy. More videos to come.